Hi there, and welcome to Pilates. We're doing the intermediate series today, and glad to see you all. We are going to start using the roller if you have one. If you don't, you can do this first series just on your back without a roller, or you could roll up a mat or use a beach towel or a yoga bolster lengthways down your spine. We're going to start doing some exercises to open your chest before we get into the intermediate mat workout. So you'll sit near the end of your roller or just lay on your mat on your back. Be sure that your tail is supported and your head is supported as you lay on down. And then from here, arms open out to the side, palms are up, arms are extended. And then we begin by lifting the arms up to the ceiling. You can wrap the arms like you're hugging a large ball above your body or keep them straight, either way. And then as you exhale, pull the arms open, out and down, as low as they'll go, probably resting on the floor. Or if you're on the roller, they go down, lower than the height of your chest. And then we lift again, full inhale to rise. And exhale, pull the arms open, out and down. Lifting again, arms lift. And exhale and pull it open, reach. One more like this. As you lift the arms, the back spreads, you get some space between your scapula. And as you pull the arms open, you can feel the chest open wide. Next, lift the arms up to the ceiling, fingertips to the ceiling. And then inhale, lift the hands up as high as they go, shrug your shoulders off the ground or off the roller. And exhale, pull the blades down. This is shoulder blade protraction as the arms lift, dragging the scapula, the shoulder blades after them. And then retraction as you pull the blades down to rest them deep into the mat or around your roller surface. Lifting again, and then exhale and sink them low. And again, arms rise, and exhale and sink. Do that once more. And down. Now turn the palms forward, and exhale, lower the arms down at your side. We inhale, we lift the arms up to the ceiling in unison, and exhale, bring them back by your ears, stretch them out. Hold the ribs grounded, hold the belly down, and then we bring the arms forward and exhale, take it all the way down. What we're trying to avoid is when the arms lift and then go back, we don't want to change the position of our spine. So the amount of arch you have at your waist with the arms lifted in the air should be the same as it is when the arms are back by your ears. And then glide the arms forward and down, take them all the way down, lengthen here. We lift again. Arms rise, and then exhale, yawn your body open. You stretch your arms behind you. You hold the ribs grounded in their position on the mat or on the roller, and then exhale, bring it down. Now we'll bring our hands to the shoulders, do little circles with the elbows. The elbows go in and up, and exhale, out, around, and down. You can shrug the shoulders off the mat, off the roller, and then down and into it. Try to get some mobility here through that upper back. You'll feel the stretch in the upper back and the neck as you circle. Complete the circle reversed. So you go down and back, lift forward, up and in. Fingers just resting on the top of the shoulder blade so you can feel it move as you're moving your arms. We could have done a version where the scapula were still and the arm bone moved in the socket, but this gives you a little bit more release for the upper back. One more circle like so. And then extend the arms forward, reach out long through the fingers, and we lift the arms up and back by your ears. Circle wide with the arms out, around, forward, and down by your side, palms to the ground. Lift the arms up, palms to the sky. Keep the palms up as you circle until the edges of your arms are by your waist, by your hips, and then rotate the upper arm so the palms go down. Lift again. Here you take that big stretch to the whole center of your body and you sweep out wide, try to reach for the side walls. Bring the arms down, fingers by your feet, and then turn palms down and reverse. Palms up. We circle wide and out. Lift the arms as they go past the height of the shoulders, and then exhale, dive them forward. Push the air out of your lungs as you push the air down at your sides. And we circle and reach. And then exhale and press. We'll just do one more. It's like a nice big good morning stretch here, even though it's afternoon. And we'll press the arms down. All right, if you're on the roller, go ahead and slide off of it. And we'll all begin sitting up to roll back into our hundreds. So feet are grounded, lift upright, nice tall posture, hands to the back of your thighs. Look down, curl the tail up, and then roll your spine down to your upper ab curl. You'll be right at the tip of the shoulder blades. Don't go any further. Fold the knees into your chest, squeeze them together. The arms extend, the legs reach up, and we start pumping the arms. Inhaling, 5 beats here, and exhale for 5 more. You should be starting to feel comfortable, well, to a certain degree at this point, as you've done multiple classes so far this semester, and you're lifting up through your head. You're watching your belly. You want to watch it expand as you inhale, and then sink deep and knit together as you exhale. Don't forget to press the edges of your legs together wherever they might touch. There's going to be places where they don't, and that's fine. You're curling the body forward, nose in line with sternum and navel, and the legs are centered on that central axis as they reach up and out at a level that gives you some work for your abs, but doesn't take you into your back. You can always rest your head down if you need to, but come up again when you can. The low belly supports the weight of the legs. The upper belly supports the lift of the chest and the head. And exhale completely, and then we can fold the knees in, lower the feet, lower the head, slide the legs forward and the arms up in the air. Take them back to your working level, which means that the ribs don't lift additionally. Then we're doing roll up. You can lift the arms, head, neck, and shoulders coming up. Exhale and pull the head forward. The blades slide down your back, feet are flexed if possible, and you bring yourself over your legs, looking down and in towards your belly. Keep the feet pushing forward and deep into the mat. You go back, and the goal is to lay the spine down 1 inch, 1 vertebra after the next in a straight line down the middle of your mat. Stretch your arms back, feel that length through the armpit, through your lats, and then the arms come forward again. And then you pull up, the head leads the way for the spine to flow. Just don't let the shoulders come up and hug your ears. That's not necessary. They're trying to drift away from your head as your head pulls away from your shoulders. And then back we go again. Lengthen out through your legs, through your spine. Lay it down. You want to get longer with every movement. So imagine taking up more space, more length along the mat here. And then we lift to come up again. Now, the higher the arms are, the more work you'll feel. So as you warm up, you should be able to take the arms a little higher. If you start to tire, the arms can go down a little lower. Really depends on how your body is doing today. And now let's lengthen back for the last time. Try to place your spine down gently, 1 vertebra after the next, like laying a chain down, 1 link after the next here onto the ground. And from here, we circle the arms around and fold the right knee into your chest, hug it in tight. And let's just do a few little stirs here, circling the knee with your hands in one direction, moving the thigh on the socket. And now let's reverse the circles. Should feel very nice on your low back. And then we extend the leg up. If you're using a TheraBand, you could take it around the foot here. Otherwise, just lift the leg, point the foot, and we circle the leg. Inhale across the body and exhale, go low. Exhale, rotate out to the side, bring it up to the ceiling. 1 breath per circle, a short inhale, and then a long exhale. It looks really good. Continue. Reach out further each time as if the foot was drawing a circle in the air that spirals further and further from your hips. We have 2 more. The pelvis should stay level and heavy. We're trying not to rock the torso on and off the mat, but to keep it stable like it's glued to the floor here with Gorilla Glue. Come up to the top and we reverse. Take the leg out to the side and then sweep it low out across the other leg and lift it to the ceiling and start over again with your breath. You inhale for the first quarter of the circle and then exhale. Be sure that exhale lasts to the very top. And reach again. The longer the exhale is, the more the belly contracts and knits together. So you get the maximum work in your transverse abdominis, which is the lowest, deepest of your abdominal wall. Let's do 1 more. Your arms lengthen here at your side. Keep lengthening out through the fingertips like you're trying to touch the far wall. Now the leg is up. We'll scissor switch the legs. So you pull 1 down, 1 up. And then let's pull that knee into your chest. So the left leg is now in. So we can do the stirs to warm up the hip joint that we did on the right side earlier. So just allow your arms to move the knee in a small circle here. Again, try not to rock your body side to side on the mat, but hold it steady, hold it stable. Reverse the circles. Oiling the joint, giving it a little bit more freedom so it won't feel like creaky or unhappy when you start to circle. We want to oil it so the movement is a pleasure to do. And then let's pull the leg in, extend the left leg up to the ceiling. Remember, if you're tight in the hamstrings, the knee will be a little bent. And we point the foot, circling across the body first. Inhale, reach, and then exhale around. We always start going across the body because the breath pattern makes it easier to maintain control of the torso on the mat. The foot is in a soft point. You're trying to stretch out through the center of the sole of the foot, right by the balls of the feet, the metatarsals. And we'll circle one more time. Feel that you're pulling the leg a little bit away from the socket, and now reverse. Reach out and then exhale, around you go. Anticipate. So before I take the leg left, I push the right side down. Before I take the leg right, I pull the left side down. So you want to know what's coming, prepare for it mentally, and your body will adapt to that. Let's do one final circle here. Every time you lift it, you're getting a nice stretch into the back of the leg. And then we can pull that leg into your chest, pull it tight. And let's bring the other one in as well. And then you can hold onto your thighs, rock forward and up, come up to sitting for rolling like a ball. Center on your mat. That way you can tell when you're rolling. If you maintain that center, you're working equally right and left side. Curl back onto your sacrum, tail in the air, elbows wide, edges of the feet together. Look into your abs. Inhale to lift the tail. Release your shoulders and exhale forward to your balance point. Going back here, we'd like a smooth ride. If you tend to have an arched back, you could even take a little folded towel under the middle of your spine here, where the back normally would curve in, to make it a smoother ride for you. Because if you feel like you're slapping the back into the ground, you're going to tense up and then it's only going to get worse. So if you ever need more padding, just look for that. Whether it's for one particular part in your body or just generally down the full length of your mat. Yoga mats are not necessarily designed for the rolling exercises that Pilates do. So if that's what you're working on, you should be on like a carpet or something underneath that. We're moving now into the ab series. So let's hold on to the right leg, right hand at the ankle, left hand below the knee on the shin. And as you roll back slowly, extend your left leg as a counterweight. Come right into your upper curl, elbows bent wide. Inhale, we switch the legs, pull one in and one away, and then switch again. It's an inhale for one leg to pull in tight, and an exhale for the other leg to retract. Try not to let your head fall backwards. Don't look up ever, because then your head will fall back and you'll start to flatten out your upper back. But look down and in at your belly, and you can also watch the tracking of your legs in and out of the socket. Pull both knees in, one hand to each shin, double leg stretch, arms and legs lift to the ceiling, reach energy off fingers and toes, circle the arms wide as you embrace the legs in, push down with your hands and up with your shins. And we stretch and then embrace. The body moves from this hammock position here into a small ball now. Just do one more. Lengthen it out. And of course, rest your head if you need to. But if you do rest your head, the legs would come higher. Next, we go into scissors. Right leg up, hands high on the leg. And inhale to switch. And exhale to switch. Use the connection of your hand to your leg to pull yourself a little deeper with those upper abdominals to come into a higher upper ab curl. Eventually, we'd like to think of the head and the neck being almost vertical here, perpendicular to the floor. And the legs work at your working level. Take them up as high as you can and take them down as low as you can, keeping your back safe. We'll just do one more. Let's end with the left leg up in the air. Hands go behind the skull. Bring the right leg up to the ceiling. Double leg lower lift. Elbows point down and in. Now be careful here. Don't take the legs too far down. We don't want to get into your back. So you press away. And then exhale and lift the legs up. Draw them high. Sweep them out. They squeeze together. When you press the inner thighs together and the legs into each other, you'll get more of a sensation of engagement in your lowest abdominal, that transverse abdominis muscle. So one more. And lift, then fold the right knee in, and we're twisting up and to the right and then up and to the left. The opposite leg shoots out long. The pelvis stays grounded here as you twist, roll, and come forward using your external obliques and your internal obliques, both. This works all the levels of the abdominals, as well as a lot of other things probably too you'll feel. We're going to end twisting to your left. Come back to center, these pull in, hug them into your body. And now we roll forward and up for spine stretch. So you can rock forward and open the legs, sit back and sit vertically, extend the arms forward parallel to the ground. You pull the shoulders down your back, let them melt, and the arms reach forward in opposition. Press lightly down with the arms to grow taller up through your halo, then look down, chin to chest. Let the top of the head lead you out, over, and down in a beautiful arc. Curve your body through space. So if you're going to dive your forehead down between your knees, bend your knees as necessary. Stand into your legs, push down through your tailbone, and you lift. Coming upright. If you needed to elevate your hips for this exercise, that would be normal if your hamstrings or your low back were tight. Please do so. You'll get more mobility. It's never a problem to use a prop or an accessory if it puts you into a better movement pattern in your body and it creates a feeling of more freedom in the movement, right? If your hamstrings are really tight and you tried to move, you would feel like you were locked down and the exercise would not be fun and it would actually not be very beneficial. So we try to never let our pride get in the way of using what's appropriate for better movement. And let's do one more. Look down and dive over. Curve here, stretch it out and just hold on to the legs. The feet, the ankles, the legs, wherever you can reach. Stretch your back, breathe into your back. There should be equal weight right and left. And then we can stack the spine up, move forward on the mat so that you're at the front third for the open leg balance and rocker. Your hands can go inside the legs, rock back on your sacrum. Other option, hands outside, one hand to each thigh. And inhale, we extend the right leg up and stretch it to the ceiling. Shoulders are relaxed. And then exhale, pull that heel down, connect your heels. They touch, they press into each other. Now the left goes up. That looks good. And then you fold it back in. Do that again. Right leg lengthens here, stretch it away. And exhale, pull it back down. And for the left, remember, as the foot rises, the shoulder does not. It stays easy on your back. Good. So your neck still stays long and relax. Now both legs, they both go up, they reach, they stretch, and then you fold it in. Good. We're challenging our balance, we're challenging our core, and also stretching that back line of our body, legs and low back. Pull that back down. One more. I'm going to scoot forward just a little bit. We're going to take the legs up for the last time. Hold it here and get ready to roll. Look down at your abs. Inhale, lift the tail and roll back to your shoulders. Exhale, come forward to your balance point. Catch yourself before the legs land at the ground. And we roll again. Steer yourself in a straight line up and down the mat by using the right side and left side of the body equally. And you don't even really have to think about it. You just have to say to yourself, to your body, let's go right down the middle of the mat and then let it organize itself for you. One more, massaging out your spine and the muscles around it with each roll back and each roll forward. Close your legs together. You can bend your knees and take your feet to the ground. Where difficult, leave the legs in the air. Arms forward, your hands can slide down your legs as we roll back for corkscrew. Arms at your side, legs up. You could use a TheraBand around your feet here. And with the legs lifted, we're doing small circles in the air. So the legs move to the right. Draw a circle maybe the size of a basketball here to the left. Complete the circle up to the ceiling and reverse. Inhale to move left and then exhale to circle around. The size of the circle you're drawing with your legs is fully dependent on your ability to keep your body grounded, stable, not shifting your hips on or off the mat. You will feel a shift in the weight across your back, and that's fine, as long as it's not really visibly apparent when you look at the movement. This way, you'll be sure to feel your oblique abdominals working to support your body, steady it on the ground while you move your legs. And again, here, your knees would be bent if your back of your legs were tight. We're going to complete this going from left to right, all the way around, lift it up, fold your knees into your chest, and then we roll forward and up to sit for saw. Center yourself on your mat, legs out, feet flexed, arms out to the side and slightly forward of your heart. We press down with the arms, lift up through the head. Inhale. Let's get tall and then rotate to your right as you exhale, diving over. Push the back of the left hand into the outside of the right leg and reach the back arm long behind you. Pull yourself upright now Center and then spin to the left. Diving over, keep the right hip grounded as you reach and stretch away from it. That'll give you more diagonal stretch into your back. Now lift to come up. Center here, unwind. The tallest point is as you pass through center, and then you look down, you dive. Maybe think of your left ear reaching to the outside of the right knee. Come up vertically, keep the rotation as you lift, and then unwind at the top, and then we rotate again, going down and over to the left. Stretch it out, reach it long. Lift to pull up, center here, and then the arms descend. Pull your legs together. We'll flip over onto your stomach now for swan. Okay, so now you're on your belly, your hands back by your armpits, your forehead just off the mat. That helps you breathe, right? That's a good idea. Legs are reaching long behind you. Pull back with the heel of your hands, pull forward with the chest. You can push into the arms to lift up, shoulders pull down your back, and the blades slide towards your tailbone. Release it down slowly. The belly line starts to come out of its stretch, and then you look down at the ground here. We're going to do that 2 more times. So pull the arms back as if you're pushing the mat to your feet. That'll let you come forward with the chest, come up. Try to let the top of your sacrum sink into your belly as the tail rises a little at the end of that movement. That will help increase the lordotic curve in your low back here. But we begin by scooping the body forward, trying to lift and wrap ourselves around the front of an invisible sailing ship here, like you are the figurehead on that ship, and then bring yourself down, flatten it out so the back lengthens as the abdominal wall shortens. And now prop yourself up on your forearms for a single leg kick. Now this is not passive. We don't want to just collapse the chest. You want to push down with your arms firmly, pull back with the elbows, engaging your triceps into your lats, and then we kick the right heel in twice. Pump 1, 2, and down. Now the left. 1, 2, and down. The eyes are up. The heart is lifted forward as well. We alternate the pulse in the legs. You'll feel the stretch in your quad, but then also try to keep the front of the pelvis heavy into the ground so that your butt doesn't bounce or wiggle, right? We don't want you popping on and off the mat here. You're trying to stretch the front of your body, both with the lift of the chest and with the pulsing of the leg. Do 1 more set. End with a double beat on the left. And then you can lay yourself down. Again, turn your head to the right, lift cheekbone to the mat, overlap your hands here on your back, drop the elbows low. It's a deep breath in to start, and then as you exhale, 3 beats both legs together. 1, 2, 3. Push your feet into the ground, reach the arms back, palms face in, you lift the chest into that swan. You go down, head turns to the left, elbows fall, hands overlap at the base of the ribs, and you 3 beats with your legs again. Once the legs are grounded, that's when you lift. Be sure you don't lift your feet off the ground. We press the feet into the floor for more support in the back line. Coming down, head turns to the right. Do 1 more set here, pulsing the air out of your body. You empty the lungs as you pulse, reach the legs long, and the inhale lifts you. Like you're filling the front of your body and your head with helium, and then down you go to look left. And then pulse the air out. Empty the lungs as much as you can. We end on the lift. So you go up, arms reach back. Then your hands by your armpits, push back into a child's pose. Round your back, curve it. And then stack your spine from the bottom to the top. Turn it around for neck pull. The legs are open, the feet are flexed. Your hands can be up by your head initially. Use your thumbs wrapped around the occipital ridge, the base of your skull, to pull the skull up, lift the elbows, drop the blades, and then you hinge back with a neutral spine, like your back is a plank, and then you look down, you pull the elbows forward, you can even bring the arms forward to go down safely with your back into the ground. Head is down. Most advanced hands would stay behind the head. You can also take one fist into the opposite palm, make it a straight line from elbow to elbow, lift your head, neck, and shoulders, push into your arms, and then come over, hands behind the head when you can, and then dive the head forward, stretch out your back. Knees will bend if they need to for you to get the most beneficial stretch in the back of your body, low back and hamstrings, and then articulate up. and then come upright. My cat Julie apparently came up to coach. Let's lean back, tuck and roll it down. Curve your body into the ground, lay all the way back. And then if you're using the hands in front of you, switch your hands each time, push in. That way you'll feel your lats engage, which will connect through the serratus to the external obliques, helping you find your core to help you lift. Dive over, really stretch out the back of your body and then come up. And we'll do that again. So lean back, tilt it back. Just watch that you don't go too far and your back. So we don't want your back to arch there. We want to keep the plank until you choose to flex it down to the ground. And then we come up again. Lift, the shoulders fall. And you don't pull your head down, but you pull it forward to get more length and decompression in your spine, create space for the discs, and then come all the way up, sitting upright, last time down. Lean it back, and then curve into the ground. Once you're all the way down, we bend the knees, ready for bridge. Arms at your side, and now here, press your feet into the ground, heels maybe 6 to 8 inches from your sits bones. Begin with the pelvic tuck. You curve the tail up, you press your waist into the floor. We come up, lifting your knees, bringing them forward, out over your toes. Push down with the top of the shoulders to lift the sternum up. Get a lot of support from your back line. The butt really boosts you up to open the hips at the top of your body. And now let's roll to the inner arm. You'll feel the shoulder blades widen so you can drape your spine down between them and curve your back into the ground from the top to the tailbone. At the end, as the tail settles, the waist flows up, you rock the pelvis on the ground. And then we begin again with the pelvic tuck, pushing forward and up with the knees, press down into your arms, down into your feet. See how high up you can go. You're going to roll into the top of the shoulders and slightly to the outside of the arms. That gives you more width across the front of the ribs and narrows the back. Now we're going to roll slightly to the inside of the arms, and you'll feel the back widen, which you need for flexion down to the mat. Come all the way down to sink it down. Let the tail release at the end. We're going to go up one more time and stay there for some marching, some knee folds. The goal will be to keep the hips elevated even while you remove one of the leg supports from the bridge. So once you're all the way up, lift your chest, narrow the arms in a little bit, and then you pull the right knee into your chest and lower the foot down. Alternate legs. Press down, lift the left. When it goes down, you lift the hip on that side because chances are good that it fell just a little bit. Even if it's an infinitesimal amount, you want to keep lifting up with the action from your glutes here. The press down of your arms and your legs also helps you find more lift. Inhale to pick up a leg, exhale to lower it. We'll do one more set here. Right knee rises and exhale, bring it down. And then the left. I'm sure you can feel the work shifting in your body side to side against that asymmetrical support as we take one leg off and then the other. Come all the way down here, settle your tail, and we roll forward and up for spine twist next. Coming up to sitting, extend the legs forward. Here's another place where you might want to elevate your hips on a book, a yoga block, a cushion, whatever you have. Arms out to the side, push them down to grow taller through your central axis. And we lift up as you inhale, rotate to the right, pulsing 3 times. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Lift to center and then spin to the left and pulse 1, 2, 3. Back to center here and then to the right. One of the goals here is to keep the feet stable. So you're not sliding one foot in front of the other and then back again. And it will happen sometimes if you don't stabilize your pelvic girdle on the mat while you twist. It'd be very easy to just twist to the right and have the left leg go forward and then pull it back as you came to center. But we're not doing that. We're trying to hold the feet steady as if they're up against a wall. And one more time. So that means that the pelvic halves are steady, but you're moving the spine from the tailbone up between those pelvic halves all the way up to your head. Come back to center and lower the arms down. Now onto your back for jackknife. If this is new or a difficult exercise for you, you can always take a roller or a yoga block or some cushions under your tailbone to start. And that assists you because it's less load away from center. You don't have to lift from the ground. And anyway, we're going to start bending the knees into the chest. No pad under the head here since we're elevating the hips. Lift the legs up to the ceiling, squeeze them together. You bring them forward, and then you're going to bring them up in the air. So you push to the ground with your arms, and you lift your legs up. Toes will probably be back over your forehead a bit. And then you can work your way down here. Try to push into the ground to resist it. As you lower your spine down, you'll feel a stretch in your back on the way down, but also a lot of work in the front of your body. I'm going to just scoot forward a little bit because when you first learn this exercise, it's pretty helpful to think of, number one, taking the legs forward a little bit. So you have a little bit of a running start. You can use a little momentum to get your legs over. And traditionally, the beginning of this work, you take the legs low, and then you practice lifting them from your glutes and your hamstrings. Then you would lower it back down, and then you roll your spine out, pressing the ground away, controlling it. Your abdominals actually work eccentrically to help release the body down 1 inch at a time. So that's why you feel that work in your abs. And then as you progress this exercise, as you advance it, you're going to start to go with the legs just up and not so low initially. So you would go up and then you would push them higher to the ceiling initially, and then try to keep them more open at the hips. So the angle of the hips would stay more open as you get stronger, as you get more used to the exercise. And you lower your spine down and the legs move forward to your working level. Let's just do one more, whichever version works best for you. And you're coming up and over here, lift up. Eyes are up and back. Now notice where the feet are. Keep your gaze there even as the feet disappear from view, so that the front of your neck stays long and you're not collapsing into your chest. Now bend your knees in and we'll come over onto our side to face the camera for some side kicks. So your head can be supported up on your hand like so, so you're kind of resting on your elbow. The legs are forward, stacking them here. And if that's uncomfortable for your neck, you can always lay your arm down, maybe put a pad between your arm and your head, like a folded towel. But otherwise, if it's up like this, and in any case, you're going to pull back with that supporting arm, the kickstand arm, pull it into your body so you feel the activation in your armpit and your side of your chest wall. The other hand presses into the ground. Pick up your top leg, flexing the foot. Front back, we bring the leg forward through the heel. Pulse 1, 2. Point the foot, take it back, and pulse 1 and 2. Flex to double beat forward. Point to double beat back. Now, obviously, it's hard to keep our balance on the sideline of our body. That's a narrow sideline. Maybe think of yourself here on a balance beam and really don't let yourself lean forward as the leg goes back. Come back to center, lower the leg, and we rotate externally. Point the foot to bring it high. Flex the foot to bring it down, heel to heel. Kiss them together, then drag them apart. Flex and reach out. It's kind of like a drawbridge. We're going to lift it slowly, feel the weight of the bridge and all the cars behind it, and then down they go. Actually, you wouldn't want the cars on the drawbridge, would you? Now flex to lift and point to press it away. Flex to go up and point to stretch it long. One more gaze is forward. Don't look at your feet. That changes your neck position and changes the rest of your spine. Now développé, bend the knees, pull the knee up to the ceiling as the foot slides in. Lift the leg up, flex the foot, and then reach it out long, stretch heel to heel. Point the foot, glide that leg in, knee to chest, foot to the sky, flex, and reach it out and down. It floats down. It's a little syncopation in the timing of this. Lift up, flex, and down it goes, suspended. Now reverse, tap and lift up, straight leg, flex foot. Point the foot, bend the knee, and skim the leg down the bottom leg. It irons it out, and you lift, point, bend, and exhale, press it down, reach it long. One more time like this. Point, bend, exhale all the way down. We're going to end today this series with the rond de jambe, big circle. Inhale forward, exhale up, around, back, and through center. You're going to have to really use your back line, your glutes in particular, to hold the hip forward as the leg goes back, especially if you're tight in your hips, which, hey, we all are after sitting at our desks more than maybe we ever have before. And now let's reverse. Take the leg back, open the hips, circle up, forward, and around. You're still trying to pull the head away from the leg and the leg away from your head. One less circle to go. Make it count. Enjoy it. Hold the body still except for this one leg moving. You looked great. Now we're going onto your stomachs. For grasshopper, overlap your hands, rest your forehead on your hands, your legs and turn out. Lift the legs from the glutes and then tap the legs together and apart. It's quick. And you're trying to pick as much of the thigh up off the floor as you can. At the same time, feel the weight at the base of the tailbone, dropping down so that your back doesn't arch too much. And then we lower the legs down. We're going to sit back in a child's pose in order to transition this exercise to do the other side. Stack the spine coming up. And let's flip onto the other side of your body. Again, find your sideline, rest yourself on it. Legs are stacked. Really reach out through the top foot so that you get a little bit of lift through your waistline on the mat. Press the top hand into the ground. You lift the top leg. Front back, flex the foot and bring it forward. Pulse 1, 2. Point the foot, take it back, and pulse 1 and 2. There'll be a tendency to want to fall back with the chest and the head as the leg moves forward. Don't do it. And then the other tendency is to lean forward with the torso as the leg goes back and pulses. Don't do that either. One more time, double beat forward, point the foot, and double beat back. Come center and lower the leg. We rotate and point the foot to lift the leg up and flex to bring it down. Point, draw your toes across the ceiling, reach them across the ceiling and down the wall. Point to lift, flex to go down, reach longer each time. Now reverse, flex to lift, point to stretch it out and down. 2 more like this, lift and then reach it away. And 1 more. The leg stays externally rotated as you do that, and this too. So you bend the knee up to the ceiling, you slide the foot in, you pull the knee to your shoulder, you lift the foot, you flex, and you press it on down. So slide it in, lift it up, flex, and press it down. 1 more so that the toes trace the length of the bottom leg before you lift the foot off the leg and you stretch it away. Now reverse. Straight leg, flex foot, kick it up, point the foot, bend the knee. Now again, slide it down. Skate it down like you're on ice, flex to lift, point bend, exhale, pull the head in one direction as the leg slides in the other. 1 last time, go up, point bend, and exhale all the way forward and down. Rond de jambe, big circle, forward. Rotate up, back, spiral the leg on the socket so you have control of it, bring it back through center. And again, so the circles get larger as you get more control of your body on the mat. And then, of course, eventually you'll be doing this with both hands behind your head for a bigger challenge. And then we take the leg back, open the hip as you rotate it, lift it forward, around and down, and reach it around again here. Circle the leg on the socket. Feel that work. It goes all the way around. Glute, upper outer thigh, inner thigh as well. All right, perfect. So come up to sitting. We're working into a little bit of teaser here. So you'll balance on your sacrum, legs together. You could use a TheraBand around your feet to make this a little bit more supportive for you. We'll curl the tail up and rock back, pick up your feet here. Remember, for women, toes at eye level. For men, the toes a little lower. And then just curl your tail up and start to roll your low back down. Then after that, your back feels safe, you push the legs away. Feet in the same relationship to your face as before. Come down as far as you want to, and then come back up. Your hands sliding along the legs is going to make it more assistive. Having that closed kinetic chain helps your whole body work more effectively, more efficiently. So reach out, stretch the legs out. Now you want to eventually be at the point where your heels touch down, when your shoulder blades and then your head touches down. And then to come up, you would lift the head, neck, and shoulders as you lift the feet from underneath to come up into your teaser. But everyone learns this at a different rate. The most important thing is to feel your back is safe and the front of your abs are working like crazy. So let's just do 1 more. So curl the tail up, roll back. It's really your psoas, your deep hip flexor, that is supporting the weight of the legs. The abs help support the body so that the torso stays safe. And now we come up again. You can always repeat an earlier form of the exercise in these classes, right? Or go to something different if you're finding you're not liking something in your body. All right, that was really good. So from here, let's lean back onto your elbows. Tuck a little bit through your pelvis, and then try to pull your waist back so you feel this lengthening across your low back and into the sacral area. That's going to protect you, that feeling of drag, as you pull the knees into your chest and then lift the feet up to the ceiling. You want the feet right over the pelvic floor, so knees are bent if necessary in order to really bring the feet right over like your hip bones. And now we do circles again. You're pushing down with your arms so that you're not collapsed into your shoulders. You want a feeling of lift through the head. Circle the legs over to the right, around to the left, bring it back up. This is corkscrew with a more difficult upper body position. So a lot of these exercises transform themselves into more difficult versions throughout the series. Reverse the circle each time. And we're doing one last set here. Complete that circle, then we're going left to right to finish the set. Fold your knees in. You can slide the legs forward, flip over onto your stomach now for swimming. The arms reach out long, the legs reach out long, the head is just off the ground. Let's begin by pulling the shoulders down into your back. Pick up your right arm and your left leg, and then lower those limbs, and then pick up the left arm and the right leg, lower that down, everything up, and you pump. You're in a little bit of an upper ab curl, or a lot if you can manage it. Not my best form, but there's always hope for improvement. There's always work to improve it. And then stretch everything out and lower it down. Hands by your side, sit back in your child's pose. Round your back for a second, stretch it out. Stack the spine, turn around, we end with our seal. So here, knees bent, another rolling exercise. Arms go between your legs. Wrap your hands around the leg just over the ankles. Find your balance point on your sacrum. Now we're going to open and close the legs to clap 3 times. Clap 1, 2, 3. You inhale to roll to your shoulder blades. Clap in the air. 1, 2, 3. Come up and clap again. Rolling back. Keep your gaze fixed on your navel. Try to lift the tail in the air for a moment's pause while you clap. You're definitely pushing the arms into the legs and the legs into the arms. Let's go one more, hopefully ending on a really good one. And then forward to rest. And excellent job. We did the full intermediate mat series today. Great work. I hope to see you, if not tomorrow for the advanced class, next